Hello everyone, welcome back. So we're gonna be running for a bit. A long while actually. We're gonna just see if we can't get back to where we died last time. At our new base. I wrote down the coordinates. Gone minus. Oh, that's right, oh boy. And this way. Northwest. Okay. Yep, so we're just gonna be running probably. I'm gonna wait with continuing my thoughts on good deeds, bad deeds. I think I need to clear my head of that for a while before I can properly think more about it. But I think we came to somewhat of a conclusion that is, it is socially acceptable right now to do a bad thing for a good reason with a good result. But of course you don't know if but you also have to be careful because you don't know when you're in the situation, you don't know exactly what the consequences are going to be. So the best you can do is just take a guess and then do what you think is best. And that before you do something bad for a good reason, you should see if you can do something good for a good reason instead. Make sure there's no alternative. And if things work out, then it's socially acceptable in current times. I think that's about where we got to. And then we got stuck at discussing whether or not that's right, whether or not it should be socially acceptable, right? But for now, during these videos, I've thought a lot about challenging questions and tried to come up with solutions and stuff to that. But we also talked about why I have a hard time telling people I do HCC. And so my one of my conclusions was that I might be afraid that I'll lose my personality, or I become a person I don't want to become. And our solution to that was to define the person we want to be and then move towards that. Let every decision get you closer to your goal, right? Sorry, kid. God damn it. Boy. No. Oh boy. But I don't have a definition right now, so that's what I wanted to make. I wanted to spend this hour thinking of, oh dear lord. Thinking of who I want to be, what my ideal version is. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Grab some wood so I can cook some food. So, oh, I do have wood. Cool. Yeah, no, I wanted to spend some time figuring out what that ideal is, what I'm working towards, and piss off. So I can put that at rest. And I've kind of done this before, and I'm gonna do this away from these videos as well, because Jordan Peterson has a program that is called self-authoring. At the very least, it's talking about who you were, who you are, and who you want to be. And so it's very fitting, right? And I bought that a while ago, I just never did it. So I'm gonna do that at some point as well. But right now, I just want to get a general idea of who I want to be, what I want my life to look like, etc. And the plan to get there, I suppose, would be good as well. That rude, kind of. Good anyway. So yeah. I've also thought about this before, a bit. So I do have some general idea of how I want my life to look, but I want to define it pretty closely. So first of all, let's go with the some of the basics. I want to be healthy. I want to be fit. These are pretty obvious goals that almost anyone is gonna have. I wanna be fit. I don't want to be buff. I just want to be in a healthy state. That improves my life quality and that I spend time on like every day or 5 days a week or something. But it's not something where I'm going to constantly challenge myself to do more and more. Necessarily, it's just that I want to not get exhausted if I have to go for a run. And I want to be prouder of how I look. And that's not to say I don't like how I look now, it's just that I like to look better. That's the easy one. I want to, let's see. I want to do stuff with family and friends. Right now, my social circle is my girlfriend and my family, and then a few online friends that I spend a bit of time with every once in a while. Oh, well, I guess we spend a fair bit of time together, but I want to have local friends that I can do stuff with. I want to take that as well. Okay. How to describe it? I want to be extroverted. I used to be extremely introverted, and I don't want to do that anymore. I mean, I don't mind being introverted, but I want to also be at the very least able to act like an extroverted person. I think I would love to be like the life of the party, someone who adds to the experience wherever they go. And right now, I'm an observer wherever I go. I sit in a corner of the room and I pay attention, and I think that's interesting. I looking at people, seeing them interact, I find it fascinating. But I want to be the person that people gravitate towards. I don't want to be loud and obnoxious, but I want to be the I just want to add to add to the experiences I'm part of. Like if I'm at a birth, I want to know how to play the piano with lots of songs. I don't need to know how to write a song or come up with one. So music theory and stuff like that, that's not what I'm into. I've already I started a couple years ago learning, but I ran out of money, so I couldn't pay for my lessons anymore. This relates to the extroversion thing because I want to, at a birthday, sit down at a piano and play the birthday song while people sing. I don't want to take the attention away from the birthday kid, or from the birthday person, but I want to add to it. I want to make the experience better for everyone else by adding more. By adding the music in the background so it's not just singing. And when it gets later on, or we're at like an adult birthday and it gets late and we just relax, I'll sit down and play whatever. Like I think it'd be great to play The Piano Man from Billy Joel, or if it's a kid's birthday, play their favorite Disney song, or like stuff like that. I think I would love to do those things, and that's one of the biggest motivations for wanting to play the piano, is to add to social experiences without taking away from other people, like without taking the attention. I want to lift people up, if that makes sense. And that's not who I am right now, so that's part of who I want to become. A confident, uplifting person who lights up the room when they get into it. But not necessarily, no, I don't need to light up the room when I get into it. I just want to I just want people to be happy if they see me. But at the same time, not have everything be about me. And I also, see, this seems kind of contradictory. I want to be very authoritative, not in a father kind of way, but in a I'm cool. I want the cool vibe. Charisma on Command is the channel that does charisma analysis and all sorts of cool, awesome charisma videos. And you should check him out if you haven't. He has done analysis of Robert Downey Jr. and Tony Stark, who are very similar, and Chris Evans and his character as Captain America, again, who act very similarly. And in the analysis, he mentions that they are embodying two different types of charisma, where Robert Downey Jr. is the cool, uncaring, too busy to be here kind of charismatic. Like, people look up to him. They look at him and think that he's cool, or I want to be like him, and just his presence radiates authority and envy, I guess, as in a positive way. I don't know how to describe it, but at the same time, and then there's Chris Evans, who he always smiles and he always lifts people up whenever there's a question about him and his achievements. He always brings it onto others. Like downplays his own role in it without being too self-deprecating. Too self-deprecating. And lifts other people up and makes other people feel better. Whereas Robert Downey Jr., and this is not a criticism, because he also does that sometimes, his charisma type stereotypically will take the credit, will not take it, will gracefully accept any credit given to them without being overly enthusiastic about it. They'll brush it off as, oh, it's nothing. Like when someone, I do this sometimes and it makes people laugh because it's kind of a joke. Where someone's gonna be like, oh, you have such a pretty smile. And it's like, yeah, I know. I do. And it's funny. And it's that type of charisma I find awesome. And I want that, but at the same time, I want some parts of the Chris Evans charisma that makes other people feel better. And really makes every party, every conversation they're part of better. In essence, I just want to be a very charismatic person. I guess you could just boil it down to that. A charismatic, confident person who doesn't display worries, who doesn't use, or when if I ever used self-deprecating humor, people would laugh and not worry because it's obvious that I don't mean it. And I'm part way there. I mean, if I what the fuck? If I use self-deprecating humor right now, like commit suicide, I think the people who know me would quickly realize, and would instantly understand that, well, it's a joke. Because I'm not like that. But if I don't radiate the amount of confidence because I'm very introverted. So if I'm at a party and some stranger just sees me in the corner and then I make some suicide joke, they would probably be worried because I haven't displayed the confidence to make him believe that I'm not serious. And so that's something I want to get better at. That's the confidence I want to display to the world. While just making other people feel better as well. Oh, okay, goodbye. Oh dear. Oh, hello. I mean, what else? I want to be an efficient person. It's actually something I am disgustingly bad at right now. I want to be a person that when I sit down to do something, it just gets done in a quick manner, quick and quality manner, right? The reason these videos are an hour long and they're of me playing Minecraft with just talking over it, is because it's the only way I can get myself to make these videos. Right now, at least. An hour of thinking, that's fine. I can do that. But then condensing it down to like a 20-minute video, that's not what, I can't do that. Or sitting in front of a camera in just my chair or something like that, and then thinking aloud, I wouldn't be able to do that either. When I think by myself, I move around. A lot of it goes on in my head, and then parts of it out loud. I emote a lot, and I guess you could record that, but I just don't believe that would make sense to record and upload. So instead what I do is I just play a game that doesn't require a lot of thought in the background, that I can do passively while trying to think these problems through. And I have other things. I have other things I wanted to do this past week. Just, I've been good at recording these videos. But other than that, I have many things I would have liked to do that I haven't done. And there's one thing I originally said I'd do like 3 weeks ago. And then I postponed it, and I kind of had an excuse the first week, and then the second week I didn't do it either, and I had no excuse. And then this third week I've done like half of it, and it's something that shouldn't take more than a day to do. And this week I've done half of it, and it's Friday, and I still haven't finished it. Like I'll try to do it today, but it's nearly been 3 weeks now. Like I feel paralyzed sometimes to be productive. I want to be an action taker instead of just someone who lives life passively and who lets things happen to me instead of turning life into I want to make life happen instead of letting life happen to me. Live purposefully instead of on autopilot. And I don't do that right now. I wanna do a job. I wanna have a job that I like. And I want it to have this is something I realized with HCC, is that I am a very, very big lover of luxury and status. And that might be something I need to work through, instead of so I don't worry too much about status. But for now it's fine, because it's a motivator. And I'm just gonna leave it as that for now. I want to be a person of high status who lives with a lot of luxury. So I need a lot of money. I set myself a goal, actually. A challenge rather, that I gave to myself, and a few people know about it, and it's essentially I want to earn double. I'm 21, and by the time I'm 30, I want to earn double my parents' combined income. My parents live a great life. I mean, they're upper middle class, but I want to go further than that. And so that's a lot of work. That's a lot of money I have to earn. And the way I'm going right now, that's not happening. I'm so far away from that right now. Like, you wouldn't even believe. I earn 1/10 of what one of my parents earn right now. So I'm 1/40th the way there. And this is like, this is the amount of money I'm earning right now is equivalent to what you get for studying in Denmark. I earn slightly more on some months, and it's because I work a part-time job, right? I could get up to twice or 3 times the amount of money if I took a full-time job. But I know that a full-time job without an education isn't going to get me where I want to go. And I also know that an education probably won't get me there fast enough and happily enough, right? Which is why I went into HTC. So I want to live a luxurious life. I think a penthouse apartment would be great. I want to try and live in the city life. I'm a fucking farm boy, essentially. Not quite, but I come from the country, very much so. And I want to try and live in the big city, but at the same time, I want enough room and I want garden space. I mean, what else? I want to get to wear suits every day if I choose to. Right now, I mentioned this. I used to only wear jeans and t-shirts. Now I pretty much wear chinos and t-shirts because I don't have money for the clothes I want to wear. I own one shirt. One single shirt. I have one single dress shirt. And that can't last me forever. It needs to be washed. I have 2 jackets to go with it. And so I could like 3 or 4 with undershirts, maybe 4 days a week, wear chinos and a t-shirt, or chinos and a dress shirt with a with a jacket if the weather allows it. And I mean, I guess I could do that, and I'm not, which is partially my bad. I mean, I should be taking every step towards being the person I want to be. I'll come back to that later. They're not tailor fitted. I want them to fit better because I can feel that there's off the rack clothing. I want to get it trimmed in and make it fit me as well as like as perfectly as possible. But I don't have the money for that, and I want more like I want a proper suit. I don't have that. I just have jackets. And then I want to be confident in that clothes, and I think that's part of the problem right now is that I don't wear that clothes because I feel like I stand out, and I do. I do stand out with that clothes. And so I don't feel confident, and I mean, I guess that's my bad, right? Because I don't feel confident because I don't practice. So that's a step I could take towards becoming my ideal self, is start to wear it more. Even though I don't have to. But yeah, suits, like, I want to wear suits and I want to always have a good haircut. Right now I need my haircut. I'm low on money, so I can't get my haircut. I'll have to wait for next month, where I'll probably also be low on money, but it's getting too late to, I can't wait a lot longer. And a lot of these issues right now, like short term, are related to money. And so I hope I can get started with HTC, but a different discussion. Like, I also want to be an intelligent person, and I guess I'm already there, at least in my own opinion. While I do want to be the life of the party. Well, no, that's not true. I want to add to the situations I'm in, and instead of just being a passive observer who could have genuinely probably removed and most people wouldn't care. No, I want to be a person who adds to the experience, but at the same time, I want to be an intelligent and calculated person. Someone who you can rely on. A person you can go to for help or advice. I don't want to do dumb stuff. I don't drink alcohol and I don't plan to. And I don't think that's necessary for the charismatic part of me. This is cool. I don't want to I don't want to be desperate for attention, so I act like a fool. I still want to be observant. I just finished a book on body language and it's awesome, and I want to, in it he essentially describes the reader as someone who's training to become an observer. Someone who notices these things. Who notices when people are uncomfortable or when there's something wrong, and then he also mentions that a lot of people become observers and then they see something, they see some person uncomfortable, or they notice distressing body language, and then they don't do anything about it. Like, most people don't act on it, on this information, they just observed. And he says that's one of the things he stressed, is that it's important that we also act on it and use it. We see a distressed old lady in the mall or supermarket, we ask her what's wrong. If we yeah, we just use the information. And so, again, that's the kind of person I want to be. Someone who asks people if they need help, takes them, helps people. Like, is a decent person. I want to be someone who doesn't have to play Minecraft to share my thoughts on purpose of life and and lying and morals and ethics and how we should behave. I want to be able to just sit down and do it. And again, that comes back to the action taker part, I guess. Oops. Fucking hell, wrong thing. Oh, I guess I could have made iron tools. Oops. What about, oh yeah, I want to be someone, this comes to money, I guess. I want to travel. I want to understand the different cultures in the world. And that also relates to intelligence, I suppose, in that I want to have a broad understanding of the world. I want to visit Japan, and I've already gone to America. Want to go back, and I want to. My girlfriend found these awesome, like, not apartments, but like hotel rooms, I guess you could call them. It's not quite hotels. These tree houses in Finland that just look absolutely stunning. And if you go there during winter, there's snow, and but they're expensive, and I want to be able to go there, and not because, well, I'm sure I'd enjoy it as well, but I think a large part of it is that she wants to go, and so I want to do that for her. I want to take her to Disney World. She's been there, but I don't think she'd mind going back. I want to go to Disney World. I want to support her. I want to be able to support her in a way so that she can do what she loves and enjoys rather than what she has to. I want to earn enough money that she doesn't have to work, but she will work because she wants to, not because she has to. Like, she made the decision that she should work rather than sit at home and do whatever. And she can sit at home and do whatever if that's what she chooses, but I want her to have the option. I want to bring my parents to Japan or travel with them without them having to pay for me. I want to go on ski vacation, and they asked me if I want to join them next year to go skiing, and I said yes, but I don't know if I'll have the money. And then, as they always do, they say, well, it's okay. But that doesn't feel good to me, because I used to it used to be like, yeah, if you pay, great. But ever since I learned about HTC, I used to, when I lived at home, they would pay for everything and I'd be ungrateful for it. And we'd go on vacations and I'd be kind of ungrateful for it. And then I moved out and they wanted me to pay for stuff, and I couldn't, and I'd pay what I could, but they still pay so much for me. And I just wish I could pay for it. I wish they didn't have to give away so much for me. And I mean, they wouldn't do it if they couldn't do it. They have the money for it. But I don't want them to have to do it. And they don't do it because they feel they have to. They do it because they want to. But I also want to give back and take my fair share. And I just can't do that right now. And then when I learned about HCC, I saw a way to get money. I saw a way to get enough money that I could take care of myself and my girlfriend and care for my like pay back to my parents, bring them to dinner sometimes, pay for their dinner, do them a favor every once in a while. But I can't do that right now. I just had a minor realization. How much time do we have left? 20 minutes. We should try to condense this into to try to condense it into who I wanna, like, into a few short words so it's quickly describable. I want to be generous and giving rather than taking. I want to be charismatic, energetic, yet authoritative and cool. I want to be intelligent and experienced, as in have experience from across the world. No, cultural, I guess. Culturally experienced. I want to bring happiness and joy. And I want to be someone people can rely on. I want to live the life I choose to live. I work how I choose to work, wear the clothes I choose to wear. And I want to be healthy. And again, because I choose to be. I think that gets most of it. Can we make a plan to become that person or get as close as possible right now? And before we do this, we have to make it, I want to make it clear that anyone else following along with this exercise, or if you do this yourself where you think and try to define who you want to be, trying to flip a switch and become that person overnight is not going to work. There's a reason we aren't that person right now, and that's because it's hard to be those. Oh yeah, and I want to be an action taker. I don't know if I said that. And live life purposefully. Okay, wait, I think I'm done. If we follow, once we defined who we want to be, there's a reason we aren't that person already, And it's because it's probably hard to become that person. So we need to go there slowly. Overnight is not going to work. If we set that goal for ourselves, it's not going to work. It's like people who set some sort of New Year's resolution for, I want to work out every day for 2019. And it's a great goal because that's their ideal selves would do that. But it's not realistic because they spent all of 2018 sitting on their ass in the couch binge watching Netflix. And so for some reason people think that they can flip a switch on New Year's Eve and become the person they want to be, and that's not going to work. And it lasts for a week or two or maybe a month if they're very motivated and very disciplined, but it's not going to last because it's too big a change. It's not them yet. So we need to do this gradually. And I'm already trying. I'm already headed there, but there's more I could do. And let's try and take some of the easy ones. I want to wear the clothes I want to wear. I choose to wear, right? Live the life I choose to live. I mentioned it earlier. There is nothing stopping me from just wearing my dress shirt more. Nothing stopping me from wearing a jacket on top of it if it's not too warm. So I'll just do that. Just start doing that. When I get a bit of money, go get it tailor fitted. It's not too expensive from what I know. So there's step one, right? Like, just start wearing that clothes more. And I don't have to start wearing it every day because I don't have the money to have enough clothes to wear it every day. And then I'd have the exact same outfit multiple days in a row. But just like, I have to go eat dinner with my parents today. Right? I'm wearing a t-shirt right now. After this video, go change into my dress shirt. Because why not? And then tomorrow I can wear the dress shirt as well. I have a birthday but then don't wear the shirt only for the birthday. No, wear it all day. When I wake up tomorrow, put it on. Because that is what my ideal self would do. And then maybe I don't have to do it every day, right? I don't have to do it 4 times a week. Maybe just 2 times a week. Just get comfortable. Just wear it. Start by wearing it inside the house, so you get comfortable in it, and then wear it outside, so you get comfortable wearing it in public. You have this image of yourself. This is an interesting thought. I have an image of myself of someone who wears t-shirt and I guess chinos now because that's all I wear. Instead, I've changed from chinos to jeans. And so I have a hard time wearing my dress shirt and jacket outside because it goes against my own self-image. And in my head, I think, well, people are going to look at me funny because that's not what I usually wear. But the large majority of people don't know what I usually wear because they're strangers to me. They're not going to think twice about it. What strangers are going to see is someone who wears... If I walk outside with a dress shirt, people are going to see someone who wears a dress shirt. They're not going to see someone who chose to wear a dress shirt this one day to change. Like, this doesn't change. Like, they wouldn't do that. My parents might notice. They might notice at the birthday. But they'll have to notice at some point if I'm going to change. So, just do it gradually. So yeah, step 1, start wearing my clothes more. this series is part of what I'm doing. I've for a very, 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 very long time wanted to start a YouTube channel, and I've had so many ideas, and I actually used to make gaming videos. And I'm thinking of doing that again with some of my friends, but that's irrelevant. That's right now. My point is, I'm making these videos. They're shit. They're ugly. The first videos were a 10 frame rate. What was it? Were 10 FPS. The next two, you could hear all the mouse clicking, keyboard clicking. Yesterday's lagged every time I placed the torch. It's a mess. Like, they're not even 1080p. It's a giant mess. But it's because I'm doing it because I want to be an action taker. And the alternative to me was try to figure out everything until it's perfect and then not do it. Because I've done that many times. Like, okay, here's the settings, perfect settings, test everything. Oh, it works out. All right, awesome. And then when I had everything figured out, I'd never do anything about it. And I've tried that so many times, so I know it doesn't work. So my thought this time was, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna sit down, play an hours of Minecraft, and think about random stuff. And it doesn't have to be topical. Sometimes it's philosophy, sometimes it's ethics, sometimes it's just personal discovery. The first thing to do is just to start recording and uploading. And then you can improve it over time. And so here I am, doing exactly that. And at some point, these videos are going to be great. And there are going to be a lot of views. But that day may not be today. It may not be tomorrow. It may not be for another week or 2 or 3. Maybe in 2 months, these videos are going to be fucking great. I don't know. You don't know. But the important thing is that I'm doing something instead of thinking about doing something. Even though it's not perfect. Oops. So yeah, I mean, that's a step I have already started taking. And that I'm proud of myself for taking. So I'm already moving towards the person I want to be. Other steps include that thing I wanted to do for 3 weeks was a video I need to send to someone. I finally recorded and uploaded. I just need to edit them a bit. Cut something from the end of the front. And then I can send it. But what I could have done was just record a video on my phone instead and give up the quality for it, because if I'd done that, if I'd recorded a video on my phone and sent it 3 weeks ago, I would have been 3 weeks ahead by now. And that's why I'm doing this again, relates to these Minecraft videos. So once again, I need to accept that everything's not perfect and that just doing stuff is more important than doing it right. Charisma wise, I can start looking into charisma. I mean, I watch Charlie's videos, but I don't like take action on anything. I just watch them, put the knowledge and like save the knowledge in my memory, and then I don't use. Holy shit! And then I don't use it for anything. So I should start doing that. I'm certain that he like gives tips for stuff to do in almost every video. So I should start practice. I should maybe maybe try and get out more. When I'm at social events, talk to more people, be a more active member of the conversations. When I have something to say it. Right now I'm kind of focusing on body language, but I mean, that's still, like, just do stuff. Just get a bit closer. Practice being the person you want to be until you become them. I think that's probably a very, very good quote, is that you should practice to become the person you want to be until you're finally the person you want to be. Just keep practicing until you get there. Just pretend. Kind of fake it till you make it. Like, you can just pretend to be a charismatic person. Pretend to be an action taker. Pretend. I don't care what you tell yourself, as long as you start doing it, eventually you're actually going to become that person. What else? As I mentioned, a lot of my things are actually related to money. It's taking my parents out for dinner. My girlfriend wants to move. I really, like, she has some money. I don't. I am so screwed money-wise right now. But I want to move with her. I want to travel. So many things I want to do. A lot of those things are right now just stopped by money. And so what I can do to earn money is just put more focus into HTC until I make it work. And I know I can. I just need time to do it. Whoa. So the step I should take is, like, just keep putting focus into HTC. Keep taking action even though it's not perfect. Keep just getting better. Role plays more. Listen to role plays more. Just do more stuff. Start to work hard. Just don't worry about working smart until you're actually working. So what are some steps I can take? Whenever I'm procrastinating or considering, whenever I'm thinking to myself, should I save this for tomorrow? Should I do this or that? Should I go to bed now and save the dishes for tomorrow, or should I do the dishes now and then go to bed? Then I need to think to myself, okay, what would my ideal self do? And my ideal self would make sure the dishes are done before bed. And my ideal self wouldn't be in that situation because he'd already have done the dishes. But now I am in that situation. And given the situation, I do what my ideal self would then do. And I just do the dishes before bed. Because when you wake up in the morning and that kitchen counter is clean, that is fucking heaven. There's something interesting in what I said before. With work hard before you work smart. Like, don't worry about working smart until you're actually working. And I guess I'll save that for the next video because our time's up. Probably going to record these back to back. I'll just see how much time I have. But thank you for watching. I'm not sure what the next video is going to be about. I might just keep going into this, keep exploring, defining it more tightly. We'll see. Thank you for watching. Bye.